Welcome to this explainer. Let's dive right into an absolutely classic, incredibly high-stakes hero's journey from an ancient epic. We're talking about a story packed with immense sacrifice, desperate tactics, and some serious divine tests. Today, we're zooming in on this one pivotal moment where the fate of an entire kingdom rests squarely on one warrior who has to go seek power directly from the heavens. Okay, so picture this. You've been stripped of your kingdom, you're banished to a forest, and you suddenly realize your enemy has absolute dominion over the entire known world. Seriously, how do you even begin to fight back against an opponent who holds literally every single strategic advantage? I mean, look at this balance of power. It's actually terrifying. Yudhishthira, the exiled king, spells out the grim reality to his brother, Arjuna. Their enemy, Duryodhana, commands the world's most legendary warriors. We're talking Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, Karna, and he controls the whole earth. The towns, the seas, the woods, all of it. And the Pandavas? Well, they've got a forest. Their one and only hope for survival comes down to Arjuna. No pressure, right? So what on earth is the game plan? Well, Yudhishthira hands down a radical solution. He passes on this secret cosmic science that literally exposes the whole universe to the user. Then he tells Arjuna to embrace fierce discipline and head strictly north to get celestial weapons from the god Indra. Because, get this, all the gods had previously stashed their mighty weapons with Indra because they were terrified of a great enemy. So Arjuna essentially has to go procure the ancient equivalent of weapons of mass destruction. But hold on. Right before he leaves, we get this deeply raw emotional anchor to the story. Arjuna is standing there ready to go, armed with his great bow, and, fun fact, wearing these wild gauntlets made of iguana skin. When Draupadi approaches him, she brings up that bitter, humiliating moment when their enemy mockingly called her a cow in front of the whole royal assembly. But then she drops this profound truth. Watching Arjuna walk into mortal danger right now, that grief is far, far greater to her than the pain of those horrific insults. What's really fascinating here is the sheer volume of cosmic backup Draupadi calls in. Knowing the supernatural dangers waiting for him, she does not hold back. It's like she's taking out a massive divine insurance policy. She invokes abstract virtues like modesty and prosperity, powerful goddesses like Uma, Lakshmi, and Saraswati, and entire classes of deities like the Vasus and the Rudras, just begging them to keep him safe from mischievous spirits in the sky, the earth, and heaven. It is a spectacular ancient send-off. All right, so Arjuna is off, armed with his famous Gandiva bow, inexhaustible quivers, and all of Draupadi's blessings. He sets out on what is an incredibly rapid, highly dangerous trek. He leaves the Kamyaka forest, pushes over mountains full of ascetics, hits the sacred Himavat, and just travels relentlessly day and night through treacherous terrain until he finally makes it to Indrakila. Now here's the wild part about this journey. The speed. He makes it to the sacred Himavat mountain in exactly 1 day. 1 day. The text actually says he traveled with the literal speed of the mind. And this wasn't some magic spell. It was the direct result of his intense focus and insane physical discipline. Arjuna is already operating at a superhuman level before he's even met a single god. But right as he gets to Indrakila and stops to catch his breath, bam! The narrative throws a massive curveball at us. Out of nowhere, a mysterious voice booms from the sky and simply commands him, stop. Just imagine that. You're traveling with the speed of mind, totally locked in on saving your family, only to be abruptly shut down by an unseen force in the heavens. Arjuna, who, by the way, is so skilled he's completely ambidextrous with his weapons, immediately goes on high alert and scans the area. He spots this striking, solitary figure sitting under a tree. It's an ascetic, a hermit, but he is blazing with this intense, glowing spiritual energy, this Brahma brilliancy. He's thin, tawny-colored, with matted locks. And that glowing aura? Yeah, it makes it instantly clear that this is no ordinary encounter in the woods. This is a test. This ascetic doesn't even say hello. He just instantly challenges Arjuna's entire warrior identity. Pointing straight at Arjuna's heavy armor and weapons, he says, "There is no need of weapons here. This is a place of peace. Throw away this bow." He is literally demanding that Arjuna disarm and abandon his kshatriya, or warrior, customs on the spot. It's an incredible clash of wills. But Arjuna is firmly devoted to his desperate purpose. He is not budging. He absolutely refuses to drop his bow. And when Arjuna stands his ground, the ascetic just smiles, drops the disguise, and reveals who he really is. He says, O slayer of foes, blessed be thou. I am Sakra. Sakra is Indra. The very god Arjuna just hiked across the world to find was sitting right there under a tree, testing his resolve from the very first second. Arjuna immediately asks for the weapons. But here is the real test. Indra offers him the ultimate, easy way out. He tells Arjuna he's achieved a pure state of life and offers him eternal bliss and pure celestial happiness right then and there. But Arjuna brilliantly rejects it. He flat out refuses to accept personal paradise while his brothers are suffering in a forest and his enemies are unpunished. He basically tells Indra, I'd face the judgment of the whole world for the rest of time if I took the easy way out. Indra is just blown away by this unshakable sense of duty. He consoles Arjuna and actually agrees to grant him the weapons. But there is a terrifying catch, a final, massive hurdle he has to clear before he gets the ultimate boon. Indra tells him, look, I can't just hand these celestial weapons over right now. There is a major prerequisite. Arjuna must first strive to obtain the sight of the highest of gods. We're talking about the formidable, three-eyed, trident-bearing Shiva, the lord of all creatures. Indra makes it super clear. It is only after Arjuna has seen Shiva that he gets his wishes and his weapons. And with that massive bombshell, Indra just vanishes. Boom, gone, leaving Arjuna completely alone in the mountains. Arjuna immediately dives into fierce meditation on that exact spot to prepare himself. But it leaves us with one massive, lingering question. How on earth is a mortal, even one as insanely skilled as Arjuna, going to withstand a face-to-face encounter with the Lord of all creatures? Will he actually survive the sight of Shiva? We are going to have to leave that question hanging for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.